Hi guys, happy Screencasting Wednesday. So I know in class we talked a lot about exploring problems, building arguments, and what all goes into creating a good academic argument. We talked about the 3 rules, right? How in order to argue well, you have to listen. You have to listen to each other. Otherwise, you're just people saying somewhat related sentences in the same area. You also have to respect people's perspectives and be willing to change your mind. So that's 1 and 2, right? And then 3rd, you have to do really good research or else your arguments can be very easily dismissed. So in talking about building these arguments, your assignment for today is the argument plan. And I want to show you just really briefly what I'm looking for in that argument plan. So here I have the quiz already pulled up. So I want you to do the quiz for this. And what you would do is you just start the quiz, you come in, and you just answer each of these questions. So we talked a little bit about what the parts of argument are. The claim is the position, the issue is the topic. So for instance, my topic is, I'm just going to use the same example that I've been using, is vaccination. And I claim that it is essential for preventing outbreaks, promoting public health, and protecting sick people in society, right? So those are my reasons. Now this is an example of the best possible answer. I want to know not just what your topic is and what your claim is, but I want to know why you're taking that stance. I want to know what the position is and what supports you're anticipating for your argument. So then here's one reason that I will use to support my side of the argument. So I'm going to say preventing outbreaks is important and has been proven by the smallpox, polio, and measles vaccines. Right? So there. Now I have one opposing side or a counterclaim. So I know that one of the counterclaims has to do with autism. Some people argue vaccines can give a child autism, but this is not supported by research. So then how would I respond to that counter-argument? Well, I kind of already responded to it here, but that's okay because here I'm just going to say provide research showing no correlation. So I've already done some research on this, obviously, because this is what I was giving you examples for in the informative. Now, if you don't have research yet, that's fine. Just do some very preliminary research, find some sources, because for Monday, you're going to have to present some of these sources and talk about this argument a little bit more in depth. And I'm going to give you more details about that in just a minute. So after you do that, you do it again, you have your second reason, you come down and you simply submit, and that's it. So this is really like you're kind of outlining what you're going to be presenting. It's sort of like your script almost. So then when you come in for the argument presentation, here's what that looks like. So you'll have 7 to 10 slides, but it should be a lot easier this time because you're presenting it in person. And I think that because of that, it's going to be a lot more comfortable and the conversations are going to be a lot more in depth. So you'll be able to really argue and discuss and find places where maybe you want to do more research. So the best thing to do is to have your 7 to 10 slides. You're just going to talk a little bit about your topic. You're going to break it down in terms of claim, counterclaim. You're going to have some examples of sources. You don't have to have all of your sources for your paper yet, just examples of the kind of research that you're looking for. And then of course a references page telling you about those sources. So this is the same guidelines as the last. You want to have mostly pictures, very few words on your slides. Obviously you want to have your citations, but just be really careful to make it visually appealing as well as informative. Well, argumentative, I suppose. Okay, so if you have any questions about this, please let me know. I'm very much looking forward to seeing what you guys come up with. We talked so much about the different means of persuasion and about what makes these issues complicated. And I really think that you guys are prepared for this presentation, because at this point all you're doing is arguing your side and anticipating counterclaims. So I'm really looking forward to seeing what you guys want to argue for this, our final unit. Can't believe we only have 5 classes left. The semester will be over before you know it. So if you have any questions, please let me know. I will post again on Friday with an example of an argumentative presentation just to help you see what that should look like for Monday. And I'll see you all Monday. All right, have a great weekend.